Hi, it's Julie from Julie Holmes Life Coaching, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to manifest what you want. So this system is called the Bengston Method, and it is actually not a manifesting technique on its own. That's just a side effect, but the actual technique is used for healing, and it was tested in research labs, and he was able to cure hundreds of mice bred to die of cancer. So it's the most interesting book, and I highly recommend you read it. It's called Hands-On Healing by William Bengston. I'm actually not going to go through the healing aspect of it because I think you would benefit so much more by reading the book or actually listening to the audiobook, because he takes you through the technique, and it's not something you can learn in just an hour or even 5 or 10 minutes, which is probably what this video is going to be. But I will teach you the manifesting aspect of the technique. But if you want to learn how he actually cured cancer from these mice, I highly encourage you to read the book. I really think that you would benefit more from listening to his story firsthand and hearing how he actually got into the healing field. So let's talk about how to manifest what you want. And the technique is called the cycling technique. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is write down at least 20 items that you would like to manifest. Now, it can be more than 20, but start with at least 20. And remember that once you manifest the item, it has to come off the list, because if it doesn't, you will lose it. So some people have done up to 100 items at a time. I would recommend starting with just 20, because this technique, as powerful as it is extremely difficult to master. And I want to warn you now, because it is going to take a lot of time on the front end in order to get the outcome on the back end. But if you take the time, you put the time and the energy into this technique, you absolutely will get the results. And I know, because I've done it firsthand. So when you're picking your 20 items, you want to think, what is the outcome of what it is I want to manifest? For example, if you want to manifest $1 million, you need to think about how you're going to spend that $1 million, not just the $1 million. So what is the outcome of what it is you want to manifest? So if you have a bad knee, for example, don't think about your knee healing. Think about, what are all the things that you're going to be able to do once you heal your knee that you can't do now. Maybe you want to run a marathon, maybe you want to climb Mount Everest, but make sure that if you don't really want to run a marathon or climb Mount Everest, that it's not on your list, because you will manifest it. So when you have your list of 20 tangible items, you're going to want to go through and tell yourself an amazing story about each one. Make it colorful. Turn the volume up, brighten the colors, make it so vivid. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, and really get a sense of how it's going to be once it's already manifested. So go through your entire list and do this with each and every item. And once you've done that, you're going to start back with number 1, and you're going to take the story and you're going to burn it into your mind. You're going to make it into a snapshot and just burn it into your mind. And you're going to go through the entire list, so you have now 20 snapshots of 20 stories that you've told yourself very vividly. So at first you may need to write down the 20 items and go through the list until you have the list memorized. But once you do, he recommends imagining a clock face and putting each item somewhere on the clock face, so that you go through the circle and you imagine each item, but you do it very, very quickly. And he starts out, and this is why I recommend the audiobook, because he actually goes through all of the drills with you. The reason why this technique is so powerful is because you're not actually focused on the item itself. You're basically getting out of your own way, and you're really burning it into your subconscious mind. So the faster you can speed up the cycling, the better. And eventually he has you blend all of the 20 items into one item. And so then you're taking that one item, which represents 20 items, and you're cycling that. So cycle, 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 cycle. And it is not easy. I'm gonna be honest, there were times I really wanted to cry. I think maybe I actually did cry. But if you take the time and the energy to master this technique, you will benefit from it. So if you get the audio version of the book, you will not only learn how to master the cycling technique, but you will also learn how to use it to heal, but also how to use it to put healing energy into both water and cotton, so that even when the healer's not around, if someone is drinking the water or using the cotton, the healing will still occur. So as much as I have encouraged you to read this book, you don't actually have to read the book to get started, because in the beginning you will start slowly anyway. It's gonna take a while to really master the speed of the cycling technique. So start right now and write down your 20 items and make them into movies, put them into snapshots, put them somewhere on a clock face or some kind of wheel, or you can even use like an index cards, and go through them as quickly as you can. This process isn't necessarily going to happen overnight, so I highly encourage you to start right now, because it will take a while for you to really master the speed of the cycling technique. So now that you've learned how to manifest what you want by using the cycling technique, I hope that you will apply it, even though it's really, really hard, and learn how to get what you want by using it. I would love to hear your experience in the comments below. So if you liked this video, click the like button below, share it with your friends, and remember to subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.